Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last part, we went across Hyrule doing a few more side things before ending up in the Lost Woods getting Saria's song in the process from her in that area, which is mandatory by the way, so make sure you do that now. And now we're in Hyrule Castletown Market at night because there's dogs roaming around here at night, which is adorable. But there's one particular white dog that's usually behind that market stand over there that we can then take into this back alley area you seldom ever need to go into. And bring him here. Richard! This is my little Richard. Thank you, I'll give this to you as a reward. She was missing her dog, and for getting it to her, you get a piece of heart. Also, hi Mama Yuyan, you'd show up in a couple of Zelda games moving forward, including the Oracle games, and... Was she in Minish Cap? I actually can't recall. It's been a while since I played Minish Cap. Not since I did the LP, compared to most of my... most of the times I say it's been a while since I last played X game. I know for a fact that was, I think, summer after freshman year of college's Zelda game, because I don't think I've talked about this much. By the way, that's the Temple of Time that Zelda brought up in that one cutscene. We'll need to go there eventually. I tend to play at least a Zelda game every summer or so, or at least I try to. If I'm recalling correctly, freshman year it was Minish Cap, which was the last time I played that. Sophomore year, I want to say it was Link's Awakening. Junior year... Ooh, I actually can't recall what junior year's was. I know this most recent time was, the Oracle games. Either way, since we got 20 Skulltulas beaten as of last part, we can now get the Stone of Agony. If you equip a Rumble Pack, it'll react to nearby secrets. Essentially, if there's a hidden grotto on the map that you can activate either by doing certain things with it, using a certain song we can't get yet, or otherwise, that will rumble your Rumble Pack. In the 3DS version, since there's obviously not a Rumble Pack for the 3DS, they changed it to be an item that would display and make a ringing sound on the top left of the top screen whenever you were near one of those holes. It's good for secret finding, though it's not too mandatory for 100%, as I think across the world there's only maybe 1 or 2 Skulltulas in grottos like that, and 1 or 2 heart pieces. Either way, now it's time for plot, finally. The road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read the sign over there? Eh? Oh, I see, you're just a kid, and you can't read yet. Screw you, guy! Have a letter. Ah, this is... No, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is Link. He's under my orders to save Hyrule. Ah, what kind of funny games that Princess come up with now? Okay, alright, you can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Rude! Although I guess us being kids is kind of the reason we're doing this, because we're underestimated. By the way, Mr. Hero, if you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. It is an active volcano after all. If you go back to Hyrule Castletown Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shield you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. If you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask a favor of you. No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I just gave you. I'm just asking. Have you been to the Happy Mask shop that just opened in Hyrule Castletown Market? Everyone's talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me next time you were in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay, but... Well, I have no choice. This is my job. Mood. I wish I could go to the mask shop in town to buy a present for my kid. I'll talk more about that side quest when I eventually get to it, which won't be for a while. Welcome to Death Mountain, the Mountain of Death. It has Tektites and... that's about it. Something you should know when you're walking through this area, though, is that there are going to be boulders and other things falling down certain parts of the hill, so make sure you're keeping your eye out on what's in front of you rather than just the enemies behind you. Now, that special discount that Soldier mentioned, that is actually a thing. If you go to the bazaar in the Hyrule Castletown Market, the one that's the sign of which is just a dude's face, you could buy a Hylian shield there for 80 rupees, but now you can buy it for 60 instead. I'm one of the Gorons, the stone-eating people who live on Death Mountain. Look at that huge boulder over there. It blocks the entrance to the Dodongo's Cavern, which was once a very important place for us Gorons. But one day, many Dodongos suddenly appeared inside the cavern. It became a very dangerous place. On top of that, a Gyarados in black armor used his magic to seal the entrance with that boulder. If you want to hear more Goron gossip, head up to our city. Goron City is just a little way up the trail. It won't take much longer to get there, even on foot. Now, the thing is, I already have a Hylian shield, if you were paying attention back in part 3, 4, 4 or 5. I got one for free in the graveyard by moving the grave, I think, on the top row? And, of course, 60 is better than 80, but free is always best. Now, you don't exactly need one, but I do recommend it just so you don't lose your Deku shield later on. With that, though, welcome to Goron City. I love the music here. I've always loved this song. It's so goofy. Oh, I'm so hungry. Everyone feels faint from the hunger because of the food shortage in this town. We're in danger of extinction. It's all because we can't enter our quarry, the Dodongo's Cavern. We Gorons live on a diet of rocks. And the most delicious and nutritious rocks around here are found in the Dodongo's Cavern. But that seems like ancient history now. We've become such gourmets that we can't stand to eat rocks from anywhere else. I want to eat the top sirloin rocks from the Dodongo's Cavern. Interesting how that one throwaway line eventually became an actual item in Majora's Mask. Now, you don't need to do this, but I do want to carefully walk across this rope because there's this weird pedestal over here. Hey, dude, what was this? Hey! It's dangerous for a little kid like you to come out here. You might fall down. If I'm not mistaken, you came out here to eat the red stone. Well, too bad it's not here. What? That's not why you're here? You're looking for a spiritual stone? You must mean that delicious-looking red stone that was once displayed here. I was so hungry that I thought it would be okay just to give it one tiny little lick. So I snuck out here, but it was already gone. I think Big Brother took it away. He always says that everyone's after that red stone. Big Brother has shut himself up in his room saying, I will wait in here for the royal family's messenger. Well, we have a way to connect ourselves to the royal family, so maybe that'll come in handy in a moment. In fact, yeah, just play Zelda's Lullaby. Now, I'm going to recommend right now, if you haven't gone to the Lost Woods to get Saria's song, that you go and do that right now, because this is the point in the game you're going to need it. Thankfully, there's actually a relatively shortcut to get to the Lost Woods from here, but I took the long way around. Hi there. What the heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived, but you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face, now. Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Ancient creatures have infested the Dodongo's Cavern. We've had a poor harvest of our special crop, bomb flowers. Starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need any help from strangers. Okay. Calm down. Here. I'm going to play you a really relaxing song that might help you calm down from the stress, because you're clearly having some problems. As soon as I get the song right, that is. Oh! Oh! Come on! Come on, come on, come on! Hot! What a hot beat! Whoa! Yeah! Yahoo! Ah, hey, what a nice tune. Just like that, my depression's all gone. The Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? What? You want the Spiritual Stone of Fire too? The Spiritual Stone of Fire, also known as the Goron's Ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But, hold on, I'm not going to give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside of the Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? That way, everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I'll give you anything you want, even the Spiritual Stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. If you wear this, even a little fellow like you can pick a bomb flower using A. And we get the Goron's bracelet. Now we can pull up bomb flowers. Stand next to one and use A to pull it up. Unless it's on a wall, in which case you need to light it on fire. Destroy the monsters in the Dodongo's cavern and become a real man. Then we can talk about the Spiritual Stone. Alrighty. So now we have our next objective. The next dungeon is quite literally right next to us. But there are some very minor things we can take care of here in Goron City to start. Namely, the first thing we want to do, we're going to want to use the brain failure ability, apparently, Deku Sticks. Because you may have noticed on the ground floor of Dodongo City, Goron City, there are torches we can light up. And if we light them all up, we're not going to get exactly anything required, but it's definitely going to help us get 100%. The jar in the center of the stage is going to start rotating. And additionally, the little lid that was on the top of it is now gone. We'll deal with that more in a moment, although I think I'm actually going to go deal with it partially right now, that's right. Oh? We don't get many visitors way up here. Where are you from? The forest? What's a forest? It's where a lot of trees and plants grow? Now I'm even more confused. Nothing grows around here besides the bomb flowers. We don't have seeds or nuts around here either. Even Deku Sticks are very scarce around here. I know a trick to conserve sticks. If you light a stick on fire, it'll burn to ashes. Press A to put it away before it completely burns. By the way, I hit a stick somewhere. I think this Goron might have a stick shoved up his ass and that makes me uncomfortable. I think there actually is like a chest of Deku Sticks somewhere in this area that I just never investigate because particularly the room on the southwesternmost point of the Goron City map, I never visit. Where there's a certain block we can use a certain song to do something with later. Also, this is the Goron Shop. We can't do much in here yet because I don't have rupees. If you have 200 rupees, I could suggest buying that Goron tunic for way later in the game, but I'm not going to because I got other stuff to do. Now, this jar here in the center is part of a minor side quest for 100%. Namely, if you pick up a bomb flower like I'm about to do, there is a period where it's close enough to either of the edges to throw a bomb into the top of it. At which point, when it explodes, the jar will fast forward its spinning and land on one of the three faces towards the camera. I think there is a slight timing to which face you'll get, but I've always just felt it's somewhat random. The frowning face gives you, I think, just some rupees. The neutral face gives you nothing, but the giant, jolly, smiley face is the face you want to get if you're going for 100%. With that said, I'm not doing that right now because I got other stuff to do. Namely, if we look over here, these bomb flowers are next to rocks that we can blow up with them, but we can also hear Saria's song from the Lost Woods. This is the shortcut I was talking about a moment ago. If you blow this up from this side, either by doing what I just did, or using a Deku Stick to light the ones on the wall on fire, or doing some cartridge tilting, we can end up back in this part of the Lost Woods. I don't need anything over there right now, but that's a much quicker way to get to the Lost Woods than tracking back from here. If you're wondering why I didn't just do that, it's because I wanted to get some other Skulltulas and stuff along the way. Plus, then I wouldn't have had nearly as good of an opportunity to backtrack and get all the other heart pieces. With that, now it's time for me to grind this out. This is a very tedious heart piece I'm going for here, and I've never liked it. I think it is dependent on which face is front-facing when you get the bomb in, but I honestly don't know. I've always hated this heart piece. I could suggest waiting until after the next dungeon to do it, just so you can use the dungeon item to make this technically a little bit easier for you timing-wise, but I got stuff to do and I wanted to get this done now. I want to say I was here for close to 10 minutes, just doing this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but eventually, as with all things, I got it. And once it stops, out from the top is going to pop a heart piece as well as, I believe, 25 rupees? Now, something I've never tried to do, just because I don't like doing this little mini-game for this piece of heart, is seeing what happens after you've gotten the heart piece, what you get if you bomb it again and you get the smiling face, because it continues rotating. You can always get rupees from this. But I've never tried to see what happens if you get that specific setup again, because I just hate that heart piece. It's super annoying. There's not many mini-games or heart pieces I find extraordinarily hard to get in this game. That's one of the few, just because the timing, especially at this point in the game, is pretty precise. With that, though, we can now head out here to Death Mountain Trail again, because you may have noticed there was a little point out here we could head to the west on. And if we come over here, we can see there's a bomb flower we can pick up and throw. Let's talk to this guy. I'm standing here to shade bomb flowers from the sun. Do you have a question for me? Yeah, let's go with the bomb flowers. Those plants growing over there are bomb flowers. There are mining plants that grow only on this mountain. The flower's fruit is the raw material for bombs. But a non-Goron amateur should never pick the bomb flower's fruit. They usually grow only in dark places, so bomb flowers that grow in a place like this are extremely rare. Actually, now I think about it, I think this is the only one in open light in the game. Now we want to throw this, and hopefully blow up the boulder down there. Why they haven't tried this themselves, given that they're Gorons, I don't know. You need to have the player do important stuff, I guess. And this is kind of a fairly precise throw you have to make here. My general advice is to aim between the two spokes on the fence in the middle, but lean to the right a little bit, and you can hopefully make that. And now the dungeon's open. But if you throw the bomb, you can then not Z-target onto it because it's not there, and you can carefully place a backflip into the back right corner here, and land on top of the cavern to get a piece of heart. Early. You are not supposed to get this until, generally speaking, around the time of Dungeon 4 or 5. I am getting this way early here, mostly just because it'll make me stronger in the coming parts. Well, I'll mention again, like with the one in Kakariko Village, when you're actually supposed to get that, but it's worth noting all the same. Also, since we destroyed those boulders, we can now access this soft soil patch and get another gold sculptula. I did make sure to go through my notes and note which heart piece was which numerically, including those two, both in the order I'm taking and the order that you would take if you weren't sequence breaking. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 8, we're entering the Dodongo's Cavern. See you guys then.